What's up, Glassy gang? It's Glassy, and today we've got some more Halo news, and it's a lot of stuff that's actually going to be coming out today, February 22nd. So go ahead and watch the video because you've got a lot to catch up on. We're going to be going through matchmaking playlist updates, ranked and BTB matchmaking updates, ranked distribution, challenge updates, new challenges, and event challenges. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So guys, we're going to be starting off with the matchmaking playlist updates. So at launch, 343 took a measured approach to include a baseline set of playlists in a simple and straightforward way. I mean, it is very obvious that they were just like, let's just go ahead and give this a try and see what happens. But during the beta period, it went pretty well, actually, and a lot of players liked it. They heard the feedback. They were actually listening to the players for once, and so a lot of us were wanting more variety and more control over the modes that we play, since, you know, we can't really change up CTF or Slay or anything like that. We want to play a certain mode and keep going with it. So, following Halo Infinite's first official event, Fracture Tenrai, they heard the feedback and they're wanting Fiesta to persist as a regular offering rather than just be limited to events. If you've noticed, Fiesta is constantly there, and I like it. I honestly like it. It's a good warm-up game before getting into ranked and then getting absolutely destroyed. 343 also paid attention to the feedback around desiring for just Slayer playlist, which is awesome because that's all I honestly want to do is just keep killing people instead of keep killing to try to get a capture or to do oddball. Now, we knew something was always coming, but it was originally a little bit further out because they needed more time to figure out, test, and finalize new game modes and variants, and honestly, they need to come out with new maps, too. Slayer fans should expect this playlist to expand with new experiences within the next coming months. I mean, 2022 is still pretty early in the year, so we definitely, we've got a lot of room to grow, and so we just got to give it some time, it's like getting someone pregnant. They don't just pop out the baby the next day. That little thing's got to grow. Next up on the list is ranked and BTB matchmaking updates. So since the beta, the team's been monitoring matchmaking data and keeping a close eye on the overall system to ensure that, it's working like it should. Additionally, we've heard feedback from players who are concerned with how the rankings are, how they work, and especially the frustration with our ranked experience, especially whenever I'm D2 and I get paired up with a 2000 Onyx. So they're going to keep working on that. Obviously, it's going to take time because this is a newer Halo that hasn't been out that long. But for right now, what they're going to continue to work on is adjusting the range matchmaking rules to increase the priority of close individual skill matches, particularly for players at higher skill levels. So they're going to take this in stages. The first priority started taking place on December 11th of 2021, and the next one is taking place now. 343 has adjusted the BTB matchmaking rules to prioritize making matchmaking with lower latency. This will mainly help the players in lower population regions to avoid high latency matches, which we all know has been an issue with the rubber banding, with lag, and you had this high ping, like 200-300 millisecond ping. Not only that, 343 is doubling the overall matchmaking timeout from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to better accommodate very high-skilled players from finding suitable matches, particularly whenever full fire teams are searching for low population regions. 343 states that they're going to continue to monitor ranked and overall matchmaking closely, and they're going to share more details on the system as the future progresses. 343 already knows about the big team battle issues and the intermittent matchmaking problems that they've been having, and it's been reported over the past few days, and they're working on it. Honestly, I don't even play big team that much, but it does take a while to get into a match. Not only that, 343 recognizes that their players are eager for more ranked playlists beyond the game's current offering, which honestly isn't that much. It's honestly microwaving old food. It's just the same thing over and over again, and I'm kind of getting bored with it, but I play the game because of the friends that I play with. They just want people to know that they have a lot of technical complexities to navigate with the ranked playlist more than social, so any future ranked updates are going to definitely take more time. Up next is a little bit of a doozy. We have ranked distribution. So 343 has received a ton of feedback, especially in the beta, about CSR progression, and they're planning a separate post that will dig deeper into some of the issues that people are seeing, but they want to kind of briefly show you what's going on, and so that's what I'm going to show you here. So these are the distributions for the 3 ranked playlists over the past week as of right now. As we can see in the first graph, you can see that the majority of the players are kind of in the platinum area, platinum to high gold area. Then you see a spike in D1 sections. Me, myself, I'm a diamond 2, so apparently I make up 3.9% of the population whenever it comes to that. And I've got a friend that hits D6 and Onyx all the time, so he's between 14 and 18% of the average players that are hitting those levels. But overall, Onyx only makes up 4.1%, and this is the ranked open queue specifically. If we take a look at the next graph for ranked solo duo controller queue, queue, you can see that Diamond 1 makes up a huge percentage of the Diamond players, but overall, most players are Platinum at 38.7%. Now, if we look up ranked solo duo mouse and keyboard, you can see that it's still pretty solid on Platinum, but D1 is definitely where most players are lying. So one of the goals for 343 is design the CSR system so that the medium CSR should be around P1. And if you don't know what P1 means, it's Platinum 1. They may notice that the open queue playlist is quite close to their goal, but the solo duo playlists are definitely skewed towards Diamonds and Onyx. And you might also notice two other things that are present in the 3 playlists, like a decent spike at D1, which we just showed you. This exists because D1 is the highest rank that will grant to a player immediately after completing their 10 qualifying matches. So most of these things are definitely skewed because people are just placing there. Me, I placed gold 6 before I shot up to diamond, and I've been just holding steady right there. I guess that's all I'm really good at. So all the extra players that you see in D1 are players who would just add to the high diamond onyx columns if they continued to play more ranked and work their way up through the higher levels of CSR system. But for now, people have taken a break to do more social matchmaking or campaign, which I haven't played the campaign yet, but I do play social matchmaking every now and then because if you played ranked for long enough, going back to social is just a breeze. Not only that, if you see a smaller spike at Onyx 1500, that's a result of aspects of the CSR algorithm making that CSR progression slightly harder once the player reaches Onyx. They're working towards adjustments on the CSR algorithm to shift the distribution to be more in line with the goals of our expectations as players, especially for the solo duo playlist, which honestly, I don't play solo duo. I just play team every single time. I like having a team I can chat with because even if we're getting wrecked, it's always nice to just play with somebody. But as 343 does that, they have to be careful not to make changes that will have a negative effect on players who have already achieved the higher than expected CSRs, and that'll definitely take some time. Up next, we have some more challenge updates. So today definitely marks the third overall update to challenges and progression since Halo Infinite's beta launch on November 15th. So in each case, challenges have been iterated and tuned, removing outliers and adjusting troublesome entries, while also helping to speed up the overall battle pass progression, which honestly, I've been level 100 for a while already. I got a buddy who's been a level 100 for a while. It's easy to really rank up if you know how to use your double XP right. So far, everyone's pretty happy with the results of these changes, but we know that there's plenty of opportunities to continue evolving and improving, which we already know. That's what happens whenever you've got a good game with a good dev team. There's a lot of work to do, and it truly addresses the player feedback around these systems. There's much broader changes that are going to take time, like performance-based XP, per match XP, and additional progression vectors, you know, like that helps you rank up in the rank system, because I have no idea how I'll play a couple of games and I'll win and I'll go up just a little fraction of an inch, but when I lose, boom, I'm back down a whole nother level. So there's a lot of work to truly address the player's feedback. But for right now, the team will continue targeting meaningful services side updates to kind of hone and improve on their overall player experience. But not only that, today's update also aims to further alleviate frustrating challenges. It adds brand new challenges to take advantage of the new playlist, reduces the requirements of the weekly ultimate challenge, which honestly, I've only won one time and I got a nice colored skin and then I ended up paying for a new one. And while it won't come into play quite just yet, changes have also been made for the event challenges to help address some initial player feedback. Which brings us on to our next topic, and that'll be some new challenges. So today's playlist additions will also usher in new playlist-specific challenges, and you can expect to find specific playlist versions of each one of the following new challenge types, starting with personal score. You can accumulate personal score in the specified playlist to complete. Next is kills. You earn the required number of kills in a specific playlist. Double kills, earn double kills in a specific playlist. That one seems a little bit harder for people that are not particularly great at aiming or grenade shotting. Next one is complete games. You can play in complete games in a specific playlist, which we've already had, and win, obviously. You gotta win the games in the specific playlist. You know, if you're winning a Team Slayer or winning Oddball or winning CTF, you just gotta win those matches to move up in your little ranking system for the challenge. So these specific requirements and corresponding XP will vary depending on the rarity type of the challenge, like normal, heroic, or legendary. They also kind of give you the amount of XP based off the difficulty of said challenge. Like if you need to get, I don't know, let's see, 10 headshots, but you really aim for the body most of the time, it might be a little bit more difficult. They might give you something like 300 XP or so. And last but certainly not least, we have event challenges. So players definitely gave their feedback that it was difficult to progress through the event challenges due to them getting, quote, stuck behind weekly challenges and or not having enough to tackle during the event week. Going forward, 343 has stated that whenever it comes to Fracture Tenrai returns, event challenges will come in more frequently, removing the gaps where a player would previously be stuck waiting. And while the events will still have a finite limit to the number of challenges available per given week, meaning it'll take the players a few weeks to actually complete, the maximum will increase to provide more buffer and let highly engaged players progress just a little bit faster. One other little thing that we forgot to mention in this video is that it doesn't matter what rank you are, you're getting reset. You could be diamond, you're getting reset. Platinum, reset. Everyone's getting reset because they need to make sure that people aren't boosting. So they're going to be resetting all that and trying to definitely play based off your skill. So guys, I'm glad you watched the video. If you learned anything, leave this video a thumbs up. If you didn't learn anything, leave it a thumbs up anyway, because we like the support. I'm trying to definitely reach out to a broader audience. I'd like to help pay for all these pajamas that my wife keeps spending on for our daughter. So I'd like it if you watch the video all the way through. And if you check out the rest of my channel, I'd also greatly appreciate that. But guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. We'll keep an update on Halo as it progresses. All right, guys. See you next time.